Part 1. Carrots have been a staple in many cuisines for centuries, but their journey to becoming a superfood is fascinating. They were first cultivated in ancient Persia around 1000 BC. The name carrot comes from the Old French word carrot, meaning carrot or carrot-like root vegetable. Carrots were initially believed to be poisonous due to their bright orange color. In the 17th century, Dutch farmers developed a variety with a more palatable flavor and crunchy texture. They became popular in Europe during the 18th century. The modern orange carrot was bred in the Netherlands in the 19th century. Carrots are now grown in many countries worldwide. Their high vitamin A content makes them an excellent superfood for eye health and immune function. Part 2. Naan bread is a staple in Indian cuisine, but many people struggle to make it at home. The secret to making perfect naan lies in the ingredients and technique used. To start, you'll need flour, yeast, salt, sugar, yogurt, and water. Mix the dry ingredients together, then add the wet ingredients and knead the dough for 5 to 7 minutes. Let the dough rise for 1 hour, then divide it into 6 to 8 portions. Roll out each portion into a ball and flatten it slightly into an oval shape. Heat a non-stick pan or tava over medium heat and cook the naan for 1 to 2 minutes on each side. Brush with melted butter and serve hot. For an authentic touch, sprinkle some chopped cilantro on top of the naan before serving. Part 3. Macaroni and cheese is a classic comfort food that has been a staple in American cuisine for centuries. The dish has its roots in European cuisine, specifically from Italy and France. The first recorded macaroni and cheese recipe was found in an 18th-century Italian cookbook. However, it wasn't until the late 1700s that macaroni and cheese became a popular dish in America. Thomas Jefferson is often credited with introducing macaroni to America after discovering it during his time as ambassador to France. The first American macaroni and cheese recipe was published in 1824 in a cookbook called U-201C, The Virginia Housewife, U-201D. This early recipe used macaroni made from durum wheat semolina, which is still used today. Over time, the dish evolved and different regions developed their own unique versions of macaroni and cheese. Today, it remains one of America's favorite comfort foods. The secret to its enduring popularity lies in its comforting combination of pasta, cheese, and nostalgia. Part 4. Italy is famous for its rich history, art, architecture, and of course, food. The national dish of Italy is pasta, but what makes it so special? Pasta has been a staple in Italian cuisine for centuries. It's made from durum wheat semolina, water, and sometimes eggs. The shape and size of the pasta determine its texture and flavor. Different regions in Italy have their own unique pasta shapes and recipes. One popular myth about pasta is that it was invented by the ancient Greeks. However, this is not entirely true. Pasta has been around for much longer than that. In fact, the first recorded reference to a dish similar to modern-day spaghetti dates back to the 12th century. Despite its long history, pasta remains an essential part of Italian cuisine today. The country's love affair with pasta is undeniable. Part 5. Carrot cake has a long history that predates its modern sweet and spicy recipe. The earliest known carrot cake was made by the ancient Egyptians around 2500 BC. They grated carrots and mixed them with flour, nuts, and spices to create a moist and flavorful cake. This ancient Egyptian recipe was likely served at special occasions like weddings and holidays. Carrot cake became popular in Europe during the Middle Ages, where it was often served as a sweet bread at banquets and feasts. The first carrot cake recipe in English was published in 1390 by the medieval cookbook author, Hannah Glasse. In the United States, carrot cake gained popularity during World War II when sugar rationing led to the creation of less sweet cakes. The classic cream cheese frosting we associate with carrot cake today was actually invented in the 1920s by a New York City baker named William Lawrence. Today, carrot cake is enjoyed not just as a dessert but also as a symbol of spring and new beginnings. With its rich history and versatility, it's no wonder carrot cake remains one of America's favorite desserts. Part 6. Mashed potatoes have become a staple at Thanksgiving tables across America, but their history is surprisingly complex and influenced by various cultures. Potatoes were first introduced to Europe from the New World in the 16th century, where they quickly became popular as a food source. In the United States, mashed potatoes gained popularity during the Civil War era, when they served as a cheap and filling alternative to meat-based meals. Before that, Other starchy vegetables like turnips and rutabagas were more commonly used. The Irish and Scottish immigrants brought their own potato traditions with them to America, which eventually merged with existing American cooking styles. Mashed potatoes became an integral part of the traditional Thanksgiving meal in the mid-19th century, largely due to the efforts of Sarah Josepha Hale, a prominent food writer who campaigned for potatoes to be included on the national menu. She advocated for mashed potatoes as a symbol of American unity and comfort food. Despite their widespread popularity, mashed potatoes continue to face criticism from health experts and food historians, who argue that they are high in calories and starch. However, it's undeniable that mashed potatoes have become an iconic part of American culinary culture. As we explore the origins of this beloved side dish, we'll uncover the fascinating stories behind its transformation into a Thanksgiving staple. Part 7. Pigs have been raised for meat, oil, and other products for over 7,000 years. The domestication of pigs is believed to have occurred in Asia. They were first introduced to Europe by the Romans. The word bacon comes from the Latin pedizzo, or panis, meaning bread. Bacon was initially cooked in a dish called panis fritus. The modern process of curing and smoking bacon emerged during the Middle Ages. The practice of adding salt, sugar, and spices to pork was adopted by European chefs. The introduction of the refrigerator allowed for mass production of pre-sliced, pre-packaged bacon. This led to widespread popularity of bacon in American cuisine. Part 8. Goulash is more than just a stew, it's a cultural icon that has been delighting taste buds across Europe for centuries. The dish has its roots in ancient times, with the word goulash itself coming from the Turkish word étalçık, meaning Adoli soup. Hungarian cuisine adopted this dish and transformed it into a rich, flavorful stew that became an integral part of their culinary identity. Over time, goulash spread throughout Europe, with various countries putting their own unique spin on the recipe. From the French version, bouillabaisse, to the German Alsosenbrater goulash, each country added its own special ingredients and cooking techniques. Despite the differences, goulash remains a beloved dish that brings people together. In this video, we'll explore the history of goulash, from its humble beginnings to its current status as a European culinary staple. We'll also share some delicious recipe ideas for homemade goulash. Whether you're a food historian or just a fan of good food, this video is for you. So let's dive into the world of goulash and discover the secrets behind this mouthwatering dish. Part 9. Rice balls have been a staple food in Japan for centuries. The history of rice balls is deeply rooted in Japanese culture and tradition. One story behind their creation dates back to the 8th century when Buddhist monks would eat these triangular-shaped balls made from rice and fish paste to help them digest their meals. Over time, the recipe evolved, and new ingredients were added. Rice balls became a popular snack among the working class. They are easy to make and require minimal cooking skills. In modern times, rice balls have become a versatile food item used in various dishes such as sushi and onigiri. The art of making perfect rice balls is highly valued in Japan. Making perfect rice balls requires patience and practice. Rice balls have also played a significant role in Japanese festivals and celebrations.